Hello everyone and welcome to the front nine coverage of the 2023 Crush on the Concho. Thanks for joining us. Shout out to Low Putt Disc Golf and the presenting sponsor, Lone Star Disc. I'm Joel Freeman and I'm joined here by a good friend of mine, Casey White.
What's up, and thank you to the boys at GK Pro for filming us out here on a beautiful day in West Texas out at the Middle Concho temporary course.
Yeah, I mean the theme out here, not only on this course, but just in this event as a whole, is going to be options. It's just pick your poison, right?
Yeah, we got a great card here. Myself, Joel, Emerson Keith, and Nikko Locastro, both throwing brand new Lone Star bags.
Yeah, that's going to be cool to kind of see what they're using out here. But yeah, we're about to see some world-class players, so some world-class golf. Talk about hole one a little bit here, Casey.
Hole one is, like you said, slightly a multi-option. There is a forehand option given, but most of these shots are going to be right-hand, backhand hyzers.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah, like you said, I think most people are just going for the hyzer. That's what I'm doing. I got a little Firebird queued up. Really overstable one.
And your brand new orange jersey.
Yeah, I was feeling fresh squeezed today.
That is a little high.
I just threw it straight into a tree, and I'm a little dumbfounded. You hear me say I got lucky. I'm not sure how that made its way to 20 feet.
Sponsored by Discmania, we have Casey White.
Here's Casey rocking the pink.
Yeah, new shirt and hat for me. Feeling good. And I really like this hole because I feel like it's a good one-hop predictable skip.
Yeah. Well, so interesting thing about today, you know, normally you're out here, West Texas, San Angelo, and you got a little ace run there. These courses are usually so dependent on the wind. Like when you come out here, most of the time you're just expecting 20 miles per hour winds, give or take. Today, what conditions were we looking at out there?
We were looking at a polar opposite from what we dealt with in the previous day in practice, which was very mild winds and occasional, I would say. There was moments where you would feel like it was just dead still, and it was kind of mind-blowing at the time.
Yeah, so I think these courses are really dependent on some heavy winds in order to get kind of the score separation that you're looking for. And so here's Emerson kind of sawing one off, never really getting it into the airspace he wants. But yeah, these courses are really designed in a way that they depend on the wind to get kind of to bring the challenge you're looking for. So I think the course designer was clever in doing it that way, but every now and then you have a day like this, and then it becomes very attackable.
Nikko stepping up. Very overstable disc, I would imagine. This is definitely in his forte. Whether it's a new bag or not, he's going to find the overstable discs.
Yeah, hits it on a tiny bit of Anheuser. Thing's beefy. As a skip he was looking for.
That's a great shot.
Yep. So 3, relatively easy looks for birdie, and then Emerson's kind of going to give a long range effort.
Mm-hmm. Emerson up first. In the zone right away.
That is just a thing of beauty. Right in the sweet spot. And that's kind of Emerson's style, right? Like he's kind of got that form that allows him to be, when he's on from all ranges.
Yeah, when he releases this, it never leaves the chains.
Oh.
No doubter to start. I'm sure he's very happy with that.
Yeah. Little baby nose up. Yeah, loving that. So we're going to have an opportunity for a little star frame here.
First putt of the day for myself.
This is a great range. Like if you can, hit it nice, get that little confidence boost.
Yep, it is definitely a confidence booster. Nothing too challenging, but always good to see it fall.
Yeah. Try to tap mine in.
It's 3 birdies to start, and Nikko looking at a similar distance to you.
What do you expect scores like on a day like this on this course to be?
Honestly, I had no idea because I've never seen the course played in calm conditions in a tournament day.
That's a fair point.
And every year they switch up the course a little bit. There's some holes that stay very similar, but you never really know what you're going to get as far as scores on tournament day.
Hole 2 similar to last year.
Yes.
There are 2 main plays. Again, this course, the theme is options. So you've got kind of like a low hyzer to straight route on the right, and you've got a high and hyzer. Those are going to be the 2 kind of most popular plays.
Yeah, and we're dealing with a little bit of a headwind right to left, so that Sky Anheuser is not looking as good as it was in practice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that Anheuser is smart just to get the little kiss off the table, just to like keep that tunnel out of play.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, that little baby headwind was keeping me a little afraid of that.
Yeah, this was actually the first time all week I have tried this up the middle shot, and
okay.
I can't say I was disappointed.
No, you got that on a really nice angle. That was a good shot.
As long as a disc gets to hyzer, it's going to get that extra distance.
Yeah. Yeah, right in that kind of like where you see that picnic table, trash can, like anywhere in that territory is birdie central.
I have to say I was a little surprised to see Emerson going sidearm here.
I totally agree. Yeah, not quite sure why. Maybe just staring down the tunnel, you feel a little more confident with the forehand. I don't blame him just because you don't really this tee shot isn't that demanding. You just got to get it out there, avoid the trees, and you'll have an opportunity.
Exactly.
Nico's lining up this big boy route.
We weren't really sure with the wind way up there, but Nikko showed us that the over-the-top line is definitely available.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's in birdie territory.
Yeah, me too. If it was the same wind we had yesterday,
Yeah,
I would have done it.
Definitely a crowd pleaser right there.
Yes, of course.
Do you know what Emerson's throwing here?
I think this is a jackrabbit.
Oh, nice. Good call there.
Oh, maybe not. Looked a little faster.
Oh, true. Yeah, he was a ways back, so
Yes.
I want to say he went with some kind of fairway driver. I think that's the same one we'll see him throw a few times on this course today. That was a great recovery shot. Kind of
Yes.
a ways back, put himself in circle one. What are you looking at here?
I have like a little low ceiling split gap skip shot, which is basically exactly what I want.
Yeah, that looks like a nice line. Two holes in a row. You're kind of scaring the chains a little bit. I like it.
I like the one hop skips here.
Yeah, yeah. Just trying to get a little gator.
Gator 3, correct?
Yeah, gator
Yes.
3. Tiny little Anheuser. That one
Money.
checked up nice. Yeah. And then Nico should have a similar look. Putter. This one got away from him a little bit.
Okay, he's definitely not going to be happy about that, but he's not out of birdie territory.
Yeah. See if he can make up for it. Come on, Nico. Oh, I niced him.
A little right side splash.
Man, I thought it was gonna hold on there.
It easily could have.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, dang. Emerson not quite getting that one up.
I'm going to
into
call
the
that one a
chains.
misfire.
Yeah.
I don't think that was nerves. That was just a little bit of a messed up timing.
Dang, all right. So a couple little drop strokes on the putting green here, but you and I will tap in for bird.
You love those upside down tap-ins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you get that disc upside down, it doesn't give it an opportunity for anything funky to happen. Never seen one spit out, so stick with that. So this was a unique situation. What happened here on hole 3?
So we had a new basket location that we found out when we got to the tee because a power line fell down right next to the previous spot. So what was a forehand skip shot to the right is now a pretty dead straight 300-foot shot.
Yeah. I'm going forehand to kind of stay away from that water.
Yes, the mystery of what was behind the basket was definitely in our minds.
Definitely. Yeah, so I brought that table into play, and almost a perfect shot, but just clipped that table, pushed me off to the right. But I'm like circle's edge territory.
I just decided I was going to park the old location.
Great shot for the old basket.
Yep. And it's safe, so I'm not really upset about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like you said, the day before this, it was like very, very high winds, some extreme wind coming through, and I guess did some damage to the power line. And this looks like a nice line.
That is a mid-range, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, drawing it up. A lot of Nikko and Emerson's discs didn't have the stock stamp on them either, so it was hard for me to tell some of the ones that they were throwing. And I believe that Nikko is throwing the exact same disc that
Same
Emerson
disc.
just threw.
Same line, a little more power on this one.
Just slid out the back.
Looks like he stayed dry though, so we'll have some sort of kind of long range bid at it. Speaking of long range bids, what are you looking at here? Worried about the water at all?
Not really. This is just a nice, safe run.
Boom!
Snuck it over the rim.
That's awesome.
From one basket placement to the next.
Yeah. Nice. Get a look at the replay. Little nose up. That was clean.
Ooh. That was a close
Basket's
one.
hanging on. That's awesome.
Body language working.
Nice. So that brings you to 3 under through 3.
Yep, very happy about
Solid start. And I mean, like I said, I think in calm, this course becomes very attackable. So I'm thinking double digits is going to be, kind of that territory that the players on this card are hoping to shoot. Oh, Nikko with a good bid.
Nikko with a similar spot hit on the basket that I had, and his doesn't go in. Mine managed to sneak.
I've got a nice fair chance here. Just never quite got it online.
Emerson absolutely parked.
Yeah, that's nice. That's the range you want to be in, of course, on a wide open 300-foot hole, basically. I've had a history of missing putts low, so I was happy to kind of get that one on the right height,
I definitely feel that.
Yeah. All right, so Casey inching his way ahead. And then, here is another perfect example of options. There's 2 main tunnels, to the basket. And you've got the backhand route and the forehand route. Both are very viable. And you're going forehand.
Yeah, I'm going forehand. It was the play in practice because we had a left to right wind. And this is just going to be a skip into the circle. And I can't really ask for much else than just a look at the basket.
Yeah, that's looking good. You got a putt. We've got a mild wind pushing from left to right here. So you want to get that disc low and let the wind rise it up.
Emerson throwing a Sagan there, I believe, and that is a very overstable disc. I chose a little more of a straighter distance driver option, but Emerson definitely has a little more juice on his sidearm than I do.
He sawed that one off a little bit. I'm reminded of his tee shot on hole 1.
Yep.
Okay, I got mine a little bit high, flirting with some branches, but works out nice.
In the circle once again.
That forehand line really, it's clean for about 80% of the way, and then the last kind of around circle's edge, you gamble with a couple trees, but
Nikko hated this one out of his hand.
Nikko not happy with that release.
Missed the trees. Still got himself into, circle 2?
Yeah, 55.
You can see the tree that came down right there, took the power line down.
Yeah.
Get up.
Oh, asked it to get up.
That looked just like the one on the last hole.
Mm-hmm. Very similar.
He's good at that little nose up kind of stab putt. Whoa, Emerson again. Just like hole 1.
He's feeling good with the putter.
Yeah, that's really valuable on a course like this because you're going to have a lot of birdie looks. The question is, can you finish them off and get your putt in the basket?
Absolutely.
Right on.
That's just how it goes. I feel like everybody of our skill caliber has every single shot to get themselves in range. Can you clean it up is the question.
Yeah. All right, 3 out of 4 birdies here. Yeah, Nikko with a slow start. The other 3 of us are, kind of off and running. And Nikko's still waiting to kind of rev up his engines. Not the start he's looking for, but a lot of opportunity.
Air Spectrum is Prodigy's new line of premium lightweight discs in the mid-range, fairway, and distance driver models. Air Spectrum discs are engineered for the same shot performance of their heavier counterparts with enhanced glide. You can now get beautiful bursts of color no matter your preferred weight. Air Spectrum. Bag one today at prodigydisc.com.
I just think the plastic is very premium.
I think it's the quality of plastic.
It's unlike any other plastic that you'll find in the industry.
It's something I can consistently trust.
You're going to want to put multiple discs in your bag.
You can only say so much where they have to eventually just try it themselves and see.
Here we are at hole 5. It is a multi-option once again, but most of these players are going to be looking to throw the hyzer sidearm over the pond to an elevated basket. If the wind really gets up and you're ripping a hyzer forehand into the headwind, it can get a little hairy, but since the wind is down, I think most of us are pretty confident in putting this one inside the circle.
Yeah, there is a bit of a gap to hit, but it's not really something you should be thinking too hard about. That's a good shot, checking up just a little short.
Yeah, definitely satisfied.
I think I want to say there is kind of a high backhand spike hyzer play, but I didn't really see players going to it. I think that sidearm was just looking simple to most players.
Mm-hmm.
Emerson getting kind of a little wind drop, little
Tag of a tree.
Yeah, a little tree kiss. I think that could have easily landed much closer, but he'll have a tester.
Are you going Firebird here?
Yeah, this is that same kind of overstable Firebird. Shout out to Ian Burchett for trading me this one.
Well, thanks to Ian Burchett, he just got you a birdie.
It's been helping. That Firebird's been doing good things so far. So
that was probably my favorite line out of all 4 of them. And then it just kind of got that dud of a skip.
yeah, no, that looked good the whole way. Like you said, a little unforgiving on the ground play, but still got a nice look at it. Emerson, can he connect again?
No doubt.
Can he connect? He's feeling the putter right now.
Something about a basket on a picnic table that's just not quite as threatening as like a naked pole in the middle of the
Absolutely.
field.
I completely agree.
Nikko putting another birdie on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that was a nice stroke from Nikko.
Can't miss every shot by a quarter inch.
You won't miss if you're hitting the chains like he just did.
Can you go 5 for 5? You can.
Apparently so. Definitely feeling good. I mean, I'm honestly just kind of cruising along, and the putts are dropping. I can't really ask for much more.
Yep, solid start. Yep. And Emerson and I are right on your heels. Moving into hole 6, it's a par 4 with, again, a couple options. You've got a few gaps that are pretty much the same size. You've got 2 or 3 to pick from, and they're all about equally challenging. This is all about just getting a clean tee shot. As long as your tee shot is clean, you don't do anything super bad off the tee, you'll have an opportunity to get up and down.
And there is an early Mando on the right-hand side that basically forces us to throw through one of these tree gaps. And I'm going with a pretty straight DD3, basically just trying to get it out to the right.
Yep, looks good. Got it high. Flirting with a couple trees, but that's in good shape. Just landed in a weird little pile of sticks or something.
Yeah, brush pile. Emerson definitely nailed his angle. Very similar to mine.
Yeah, flirting. Whoa. That just split the gap?
I think it did.
Yeah, similar airspace to where yours was traveling, but both of those are in good shape. See if I can hit the gap here. Got that one over pretty good.
Nothing to be worried about, though.
Yeah.
Except for a slide, maybe.
Yeah, no, I felt like that was going to hyzer out. It didn't quite respond how I expected, but still in good business.
Nikko
Good
choosing the
territory.
roller. He said he put one in circle 2 in practice.
Yeah, no, the roller's a great play as well. Another like common option off of that tee, but just getting it two turned over. He wasn't happy with that angle.
Is he going to have a little bit of the playground in his way? Like the swing set?
It's a great question. I don't think so.
Okay, no, he's got a wide open shot.
Yep, so pretty straightforward shot here. Oh, and he kind of
Huge
juices it.
skip.
Dang. Oh, that's not what you like to see if you're Nikko. That's a pretty basic hyzer, and he just kind of pumped it past the basket. Not cool to bring that water into play.
Come on, bro.
I didn't put mine on enough Anheuser. It's going to leave me at circle's edge.
Sure, lacking in commitment, but
Yep.
still a birdie putt nonetheless. I've got that same little gator trying to throw the same little shot.
I think these are my favorite shots to watch you throw.
Yeah, we're liking that.
Absolutely.
And then Emerson should just be wide open here.
This is the Jackrabbit. Didn't really get the movement left, but
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah.
So this is Nikko for par. Circle 2, long in the basket.
See if he can get one of these long range ones up and in. He went with that kind of push putt style instead of the spin that time. You think that's just because of the footing? Like
Yes.
he was close to the edge there?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
That one
That
felt
was beautiful.
great.
You have like a tiny little bit of headwind there?
Yeah,
Just kinda ride it in.
usually if it is a slight headwind, I can just toss it chain high and it never really leaves the height. And I loved the way that one looked.
Yeah, that was nice. Nikko's going to be looking at a double bogey here, which, yeah, it's just very disappointing because this is a very attackable hole.
Of course. The hardest thing is the tee shot.
Yeah, yeah. Once you see your disc travel through that gap, you're just thinking 3 all day, especially a player like him. Like 9 out of 10 times he's getting a 3.
Yeah, so it's a birdie for the rest of us. Nikko losing 3 strokes to the card.
Ugh. And he's going to work his way back to even for the round. That's not really what you want. But you're still sitting perfect, 6 through 6.
I'm happy about it.
Very solid, very solid.
Hole 7 is definitely a hole that can be very threatening. OB both sides, basically. It's either forehand or backhand turnover over the water, or you're going to see what I'm going to do here, which is a low punching skip shot off the road.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is the most common play. Just kind of, low hyzer, try to skip it in.
I loved that.
That was very nice. Perfectly played. What disc?
That was PD.
Okay. Stretch it out a little more. So I think I would be going like FD3 on that line. If I were you. Emerson taking this scary forehand line and doing it well.
That's the best. Way committed. Like, never had a chance of going OB.
I think the wind was asking for the sidearm, but I just don't like throwing towards the water. I'm trying to play this safer line up high. This one came out a little slow out of the hand.
I think with the left to right, once you got it too high and it stopped moving, it just got pushed on that flight plate and you got no left movement.
Yep, totally agree. It crossed my mind to throw something faster, but that was just the disc that I felt good about throwing. And, so
and Nikko is basically following your line.
Yep. Yeah, but he went a little bit faster disc on a really nice line. Well thrown by Nikko. All right, so you guys are all parked. I've just got this long range effort. Just trying to convince myself to get it high enough to give it a chance.
Sit. Oh my God.
Ooh, that was high enough.
Yep. Gave it a chance.
Fortunately, too high.
Next stuff over there.
Yeah, thankful that the foliage there is nice and thick.
Something that you might not be able to see here is the basket is leaning away from Emerson.
Sure.
So that amount of commitment on the putt I found very impressive, considering we're looking at less change than we would like to be.
Yeah. No, I mean, I knew that it was going to be easy to leave it low because of the kind of the scary nature of the putt. So I was just trying to tell myself, get it up there. And then. So, yeah, tapping in a couple nice birdies. Emerson and Casey. Trying to clean up my par.
Nice.
Yep, no harm done.
Nikko's going to bounce back from that double.
Yeah. Yep, moving that score back in the right direction. All right, now this one's a fun one. This is an attackable par 4. And there was a very small backup, and we saw the card in front of us. At least one person knock down the eagle.
Yep.
Shout out to Kevin Kiefer for putting that putt dead center.
I do believe that the wind switched a little bit
Yeah.
from between the time that they threw and we threw, because now
I
we
agree.
are faced with a pretty straight up headwind.
Yeah.
I'm choosing
Yeah.
my most overstable DD3 here. I'm just trusting it on the angle rather than the flight, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. So this whole, if it wasn't for that one big hairy tree, you'd be smooth sailing. Oh, and yours barely grabs onto the edge.
Stuck the hill. That is inbounds.
Yeah. So you're really just contending heavily with that one tree. And in different wind, I like to just go high. I like to just go up and over. But like you said, in the headwind, it's slowing these discs down and not really leaving that as a viable option.
Yeah, the way I see it is you really just have to pick a side of the tree. I was trying to go left of it.
Yeah. Emerson getting turned over and kind of caught up in some.
Should be
Is that safe?
It should be.
So yeah, this is another one of those holes where if your drive lands inbounds, you're looking to get at least a birdie.
Nikko throwing something pretty overstable.
He started it out on a hyzer. And
Is that a retee?
yeah, he wanted it to flip and ride it all the way up into the circle, but it never got flipped over. So now I'm scared. I'm trying to make sure and get this one over.
Rightfully so.
I'm trying to hit the gap just right of that big tree. And it came out nice.
You said that was your overstable one, but that was the second time you turned it over.
It's straight to overstable.
Gotcha.
It's not like super beef, but I was happy with that release. A good speed, good angle, but the wind just didn't quite want to let it fade back. Nikko has some work to do to recover.
Be good.
Ooh. He chose to throw from the 10 to 15 foot advancement in front of the tee pad, and he skims off the top of the hill, so I can definitely say that was a good choice.
Yeah. It's going to be a likely 5 for Nikko.
Emerson's got out his Boston Bruins dyed Walker.
Yeah, that's a good shot from Emerson. He left himself with maybe 27 feet.
You are giving it a great bid.
Oh, I had it on a nice line. Just needed a little more power.
That was probably one of the farthest putts I've ever seen you throw.
I've been learning that last
Nice.
couple of years, trying to get a little more.
So
range.
my disc was actually on the side of the hill. We had to deem it unplayable lie, so I basically had to throw from inside this thorn bush.
Yeah,
But just thankful to be in bounds, really.
yeah, and good call to the TD. He put into play and Nikko giving that a nice bit. A special rule on this hole and the next two, that if you do find water, you get a special 2 meters of relief in, because that bank is very steep.
Mm.
Emerson passes the test. Nice putt there. You're about to tap in for 8 under through 8.
I am.
Very solid start.
This hole is definitely one that the eagle is out there. Like it's out there until we see where our drive lands. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So can't really complain with a 3 on this one. Hole 9. Pretty straightforward. We got one tree just outside the circle, short left, but most of us are just taking a point and shoot disc, mid-range or fairway driver, and just kind of ripping it.
Yep. Yep. Just get your disc out on a good line. 360. Just you and the target.
Yeah, I'm throwing an MD3 here, which is typically like my hyzer flip to flat, but
Sure.
I buried it on a ton of hyzer and was scared of turning it rather than over hyzering.
Sure. Yep. Never quite got it to flat. Emerson, I want to say, is going that same blue fairway
Yep.
driver that we saw in hole 2.
I can't remember what the name is.
It could be a mid-range.
No, he told me specifically
Okay.
that it was like a slow fairway.
Okay. So then I'm going with that gator. You saw how it flew on an upshot, but if you power up on it, it'll kind of go straight. A little bit of hyzer, but I'm liking that.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, happy. Got a little tailwind putt. Nico's going to take something overstable and get that flex play.
Ton of anheuser.
Yeah, that thing's overstable. Skipping
And
nicely.
That's the ground play he's looking for.
Yep. All right,
Emerson.
yeah, can he keep it going? Dang. Yeah, he's been looking so good from that range, and just a little misfire there. Boom.
I clean it up just inside of Emerson's putt there.
Heck yeah. Squeaking in left side. That's awesome. You birdied the whole front 9.
That's a perfect 9.
That's awesome. Good shooting out here. Dang, and Nikko lets another one leak. I've got a little tester here. Nice, able to knock that one down.
Yep, good cleanup.
Yeah, you like seeing him hit center from there. That hit in a good spot. And Nikko with a slow start. The rest of us are doing well.
Yep, we're having a little bit of a back and forth battle at the top.
Yeah, a lot of birdies coming up the next couple of days, especially if it stays calm. So see if we can keep it rolling. Then there it is. There's the front 9. Thanks again for joining us. Here's a little look at our leaderboard. A lot of 7s. Yeah, so the pace is close to perfect, and you're leading the charge.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking the way my round is going, hoping to keep it up and keep the fire going.
Heck yeah. Right on, man. Look at the Concho River. It's a beautiful place out here. Man, that's a lot of green. That's awesome. Yeah, and again, Nikko off to that slow start, but the rest of us are putting together some decent starts.
He should be able to pick it up on the back 9.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. That is the front 9. And another shout out to Lone Star Disc. They're the presenting sponsor this weekend, so thanks to them. See you on the back.